Welcome to Season 3 of the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. On today's episode, we are interviewing the Argan Springs.
Welcome to the podcast, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Today, we're going to talk about your business. So, would you mind telling our listeners what your business is?
Yeah, so I am one of the co-founders of the Argan Springs. We specialize in Moroccan argan oil products that is sourced directly from Morocco ag deer.
Oh, nice. Well, that's great. So, um, for those who are not familiar with argan oil, could you give us a little bit of information?
Yes, so this is actually one of the common questions that we typically get actually
Hmm.
is what is argan oil and what can you use it for? So argan oil is a oil-based product that comes from a tree and it only grows in Morocco Agadir. So it's really great for hair and for skin. So the benefits of it being a high concentrate of vitamin E.
Oh,
um,
wow.
you can use it for skincare, and it's a dry oil, so it absorbs right in and it helps hydrate skin. It helps reduce scarring, even stretch marks. And the same product you can actually use in your hair to soften the texture of the hair,
Oh,
help with dry ends, split ends. So it's a very wonderful, versatile product.
oh, great. Now, how does it work with dry scalp?
Yeah, so majority of time, if you're using oil in your hair, we always say stick to the ends of the hair.
Okay.
But if you have a dry, itchy scalp because of the vitamin E in it, it's not going to have a buildup of an oiliness in your hair. So you can put
Oh,
it right into the scalp and massage it
oh,
right in, and
oh,
it will
great.
help with dandruff. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that sounds fantastic. Um, so how did you, or when did you start your business and what drew you to it?
Yeah, so I love this question because it actually tells kind of a personal story.
Oh, good. We love personal stories.
Yeah, so how we came about this. So when I say we, it's me and my husband. So me and my
Hmm.
husband are the co-founders of the Argan Springs. We started this about 3 years ago, but in the last year and a half, it's kind of been our really big glow up years. So we started the business through a love story, actually.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, my husband, he's Moroccan. So he had kind of this idea of, hey, these are some of the products that I've used back home, but I can never find anything that I'm accustomed to here in Canada. So when he moved here probably over 20 years ago, he's always been on the search and always sourced bringing back things when he went back to visit. So when we met, he would tell me about his culture, his heritage, and a lot of the conversation around argan oil. And I started using it myself. And as we grew our friendship, we started getting closer. And I fell in love with him by also understanding his culture, background, and heritage. So it kind of
Oh, wonderful.
we got the idea of like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just
Yeah.
bring this beautiful product to this corner of the world. So,
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's fantastic. Um, oh, what a story. Like, I'd love to hear more about that. So when you began 3 years ago,
mhm.
what was the goal at the time when you started?
Yeah. So I think because I also was not familiar with argan oil to begin with,
Hmm.
our mission at first was to just get out there and educate people and just get people to try it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think for us, the biggest thing is people need to try it. They need to feel the difference before they can fully understand it. Because I can sit here and tell you, oh, it's not greasy, it's going to give you all these benefits. But if
Yeah.
you don't actually try it and give it a chance, you're not going to know how it feels and how it interacts. So that was our main purpose is just getting out there and getting education out there to have people give it a try.
Yeah.
And with that, we're now starting to see people come back to us because they've given a try, they've bought a sample from us, or they've done some research too. They've tried the product at our markets and they're like, I
Yeah.
love it. So, yeah, yeah.
Oh, right on. Now, speaking of markets, I love markets myself. It's one of my favorite pastimes, I guess you could say. I love going to them and participating in them. But so when did you start with markets with your business?
Yeah, so I'd say about 2 years ago, but 2 years ago when we started, it was like really, really small markets in really tiny communities. But I
Hmm.
must say, those are probably one of my favorite ones because of the people.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then this year was our biggest year for markets, due to my full attention into our small business this year. We joined the community one here in town where we live in Canmore, Alberta.
Hmm.
Um, and we were there every Thursday through the summer. And yeah, I love them so much because it that you have a certain energy, you get a feel of community, connection, and I've met so many amazing people through my time in the markets this year through vendors or even clients,
Yeah.
that I probably would never experience if I never went. So I'm so appreciative of doing that
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Canmore, my goodness, what a beautiful little town.
Yes.
The energy there too is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
Um,
people you meet too passing
oh
through. So
yeah. Yeah. So, what are your plans for markets in 2026?
yeah, 2026, I think we have a bigger vision to do more outreach. This year, I wanted to my biggest goal was get into as many markets as you can. So
Yeah.
I traveled to Olds, Alberta, which you were the
Hmm.
host of that one. I was out in BC and Invermere, Calgary, like here in town, where
Hmm.
we've kind of been everywhere. So next year, we want to expand that even further, maybe do a little bit more traveling,
Oh,
and
good.
just go for some bigger markets to get more outreach and to get out in front of people a little bit more. So that's kind of our bigger goal.
Oh, wonderful. Is your products in boutiques at all?
So we have our product in one boutique, which is here in town, which I'm so proud of her because she was also a close friend.
Oh, good.
She won best skincare and best spa, in town, voted
Oh, good.
2025. And you can find some of our products, our oils there. She uses them in some of her services as well for
Oh,
like nail
good.
care and stuff like that. So you can find that at Purity Skin and Beauty in Canmore. And then we have some products in Nutters and Airdrie as well, which is exclusive
Oh,
just our
wonderful.
oils. Yeah.
I love Nutters.
Yes, it is a wonderful store.
Yeah, you walk in there and you get a wave of health, like you can just smell it.
Oh, I know.
It
Yeah. And there's so many good finds there too. So
hmm. Oh, that's wonderful. Um, so what is in store for your business in the new year? Like as far as product creation or what your vision?
yeah, so right now, we've been doing a lot on some of the skincare side of items, like some creams. We have a face serum, and then our oils have been kind of at the core of everything. So argan oil is at the base of every product. But for next year, what we're doing is we're going to swing over to hair care now.
Oh,
So we're
good.
trialing some shampoo and conditioner. So we're kind of giving that a go, seeing how it goes, and working with our producers, to make sure the formula is good.
Hmm.
So that's kind of what's in store next year to come, and maybe a hair serum as well. And we're going to try and
Oh,
keep
man.
everything organic and natural and just simple ingredients to the traditions too.
Oh, nice. So tell me, what is your favorite part about being about joining a market?
Yeah, so joining a market is I get excited about the people I get to meet.
Yeah.
Um, that's my favorite part. I love connecting with others, learning from others. I think when I first started markets, I was terrified. I had that imposter syndrome a lot of, am I
Yeah.
here? Like, am I out? I'm an outcast. Like, I'm not sure. Like, what am I doing here? Do I have enough? Do I look good enough? But when I kind of started pushing that aside and just talking to people, all of that kind of washed away
Mm,
because everyone, I think, in a way carries that when they're at some of these markets. But
yeah.
once you start to communicate with others and you learn from others, you give advice, you receive advice,
Yeah.
and you grow so much. I think this last year we've grown a lot by just kind of taking that approach or mindset first. So it's been
Right.
really, really great.
Yeah, it's important to network, isn't it? Like any opportunity you have to join a market or like even putting your products into a store, boutique or spa,
Yeah.
it's important because that networking eventually helps to build.
I agree. And I used to be really worried about going to these markets and not actually making a sale, but now I actually see it as it's just marketing. Like
Right.
if you make a sale, that's great, but if you don't, or if you don't make your table costs back, which I know sometimes we worry about, but I think you have to look at it that, okay, I was there, I was present. What am I
Hmm.
walking away with? Did I make other connections? Did I talk to people? For us, again, education is huge around our products. So
Oh
was I
yeah.
able to share that with somebody or somebody else? Did I learn something from someone too? Because if you look at that experience as a whole, there's a lot that you walk away from. And if you
Yeah,
only go in the mindset of, I have to make my table fees back, then you lose out on a lot of those opportunities. So,
absolutely. Oh yeah. Like I know, like when you say market is like marketing.
yeah.
And really, it is because it's even like when you pay a market fee, that's cheaper to pay online marketing,
Oh,
you
it
know?
so is. Yep, it
Like
so
it's
is.
so beneficial. And then when you think about all the people that you're meeting in that one day, right? The other vendors, the community that comes in, and then also too, like because they will share with other people.
Yeah.
So in that amount, you're expanding that reach like tenfold.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost like you can see the traffic instead of just seeing the virtual traffic that goes through in your website. You actually
Right.
get to see it. You might actually be able to intervene if somebody's walking by and looking. You could be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you have any questions? Like, come
Yeah.
over here. It's okay. I won't bite." Right? So,
Yeah.
you have more opportunity to kind of, get somebody in front of you and pull them in versus in a virtual way that your advertisement or picture is just kind of going through a swipe
Yeah.
motion. And that's why I find in person so much more valuable than like
Oh
online.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
mhm.
And then you hope that the algorithms are kicking in properly,
Oh,
you
yes,
know.
which that's a whole other
Other
science behind all of that. I,
yeah.
I give props to my husband because he's more on the SEO and all of that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like there's just so much involved
yeah,
in that online marketing that, it's just, in person, like we forget about that, because we've been all consumed with technology. But being in person and kicking it old school, you know what I mean,
yeah.
is so much better,
Well,
because then they're seeing the face behind the product, and
yeah.
getting to talk to them.
I agree. Well, and also you get to feel like for me, I'm a huge energy-based person. I can really feel somebody's energy, and that's the thing too. When I go up and speak to other vendors, like I can feel their passion
Yeah.
behind their product on what they do, and I'm able to ask questions, really look at it closely. And we sometimes forget about the value in that when we're in this virtual shopping space a lot.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that too, being able to provide that to my clientele because it's like I'm here to ask any, like answer any question. Like
Yeah.
I always lead first with honesty because that is behind the purpose of everything that we do is staying honest and like being able to just be very open with everyone as
Right.
well. So,
Yeah. What's one of your favorite experiences at any market you've been? Like one that just stands right out.
Um, okay, so actually it was just recently. So unfortunately, I was a victim of a scam at a market just
Oh my
recently.
goodness. Oh no.
But I feel like it's bound to happen at least to us at least once in some
Right.
way. But I had this experience, so I went up and I showed up and I was like, "Hey, I'm here to set up." And they're like, "Oh, who are you?"
Yeah.
And they're
Oh
like
my.
trying to figure out, oh, well, you're not on the list. That's weird. So we ended up figuring out through the chain of emails that I was meant to believe that I was part of this market, that I was scammed. And I was really like just shocked and upset that I fell for something like that. But the
Mhm.
coordinators of this event, which is at the Bears Paw Harvest Festival, and they run the Christmas festival too,
Okay.
amazing people because they took me in, they helped me figure out what was going on, and they made some space for me to still
Oh,
attend.
nice.
And
Nice.
the community that they had, and then also the care and compassion that they wanted to help me also like make a report of it because their like event is actually backed by charity.
Oh,
So there's a little bit of a loss for them, a loss for me, and it just kind of puts a whole sour kind of taste of the experience. But
yeah.
they were able to just wrap me in a warm hug and put me
Yeah.
right in to be able to still attend. And then the whole experience was just really nice. So I think it just goes to show the community again, goes back to
Yeah.
that community of everyone's there to support each other
Oh,
when something happens. So
I
yeah.
love that. Like, what an act of kindness,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know? My goodness. Yeah, that's amazing. And you're right. Like when you go to a market, it's a whole community in its own,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and to work together, and support each other and, go to bat for each other.
Yeah.
It's fantastic that they did that for you. Like that's amazing.
I know. That's why I told him I was like, hands down, I'm gonna come back next
Yeah.
year and like make sure I obviously pay the right person,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give praise because not every person would do something like that.
Right?
They could have easily turned me away and been like, sorry, like it's not our problem and just
Yeah.
make me drive home, right?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that there is still kindness out there. There's a lot of community, and I think if you give opportunity for, to the right people to do that, like
Yeah.
you'd be pleasantly surprised. So,
Oh, yeah. I know like some markets too, like when they sell out, it's hard to because you're either working with a hotel or a hall or and limited space.
mhm,
And especially like with a hotel, then you have the fire codes and the all that kind of stuff to consider and the amount of people that are there and the traffic and like it's just there's so much involved,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But for them to make that space, find that room, create, get creative,
yeah.
that's more markets should do that.
I agree. Well, and that
Like
and
they,
that builds trust for the vendors to want to come
yeah,
back and support, that coordinator to have a good event too.
yeah,
Because I think we sometimes forget that we're not there to compete against each other. We're here to
right.
all support each other. And I think that sometimes us vendors get stuck in that mindset of like, oh no, there's somebody here that's in the same category as me. You
Right.
know what? Don't be afraid of that. Go over and speak to them. Talk to them
Yeah.
about what's different. What is their mission? What is their purpose? Learn from
Yeah.
each other and support each other to back them up, right? And that just also goes with the coordinators too, right? Where it's like, hey, if you notice something that you could do better to have this event go smoother, give some of
Yeah.
that feedback, right? Because it's a whole like supportive network that we all want to create. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Support, work together, collaborate.
Hmm.
We're in a new world where we really have to look outside the box and get out of our comfort zone and change our mindsets.
Hmm. Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, like it competition out the door.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that word because I believe like working together and like if I don't have a product that someone's looking for, but I know three tables down does, I'm definitely going to recommend them,
Oh, for sure.
you
Yeah. Like
know?
I agree. I think that it's easy to get into a competitive mindset like that. And I think like in some capacity being competitive is a good thing, but when that's your first focus, when
Yeah,
you're really going into an event like that, it might not play out as what you think it's going to be. And
right.
I think the more success that you have is actually behind how supportive you are to the network around you, because it's all word of mouth too, right? So I think it goes back to who your personal brand is just the same.
Yeah,
And like how you show up as a person also reflects on how you show up for your business and how people see you in your business too. So,
right. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand competitive nature, I suppose, but that can be in, like, say, online marketing.
mm,
You know, you want to get your message across, so you know, there it is, straightforward to the
yep,
point, and but there's uh, it's hard to keep that at a market.
yep, yep.
I have to shake my head sometimes because how can you be competitive at a community market?
I agree. I agree. Because I
Like
think it goes
yeah,
to show, like, if a good example, I was at an event and um, the person who was coordinating just put two skincare people together. So I
oh,
have,
okay,
like, my product is skincare and hair care, but the person next to me was exclusively skincare. Now, the difference between it though, it's like I could have walked away and been really upset about it, but it's like, you
yeah,
know what? I went over and I introduced myself. I was like, "Hey, what do you got going on? Let me talk to
yeah,
you. Like
yeah, right on,
what are we working with here?" So she was selling tallow and I'm selling argan oil. So tallow is really
yeah,
good in skincare, but it's completely different, right? Where it's
yeah,
like if someone doesn't want an animal-based product, then
right,
maybe mine is a little bit more targeted towards them. Maybe
right,
I have a scent that she doesn't and vice versa. And
yeah.
we actually played off each other and we
Oh,
became kind of
great.
close. And, we actually both had really good days. And it was like, "Oh, hey, this you're looking for that scent, she's got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You got this over here, or you want a lip balm, she's got
Yeah.
something over there." So, yeah,
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's all in how you interact with others and, really that sets the tone for the day,
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And that's the community that I want to be a part of. I don't want to walk into something where everyone's against each other and
Oh,
competing against each other. I've worked in environments like that in corporate positions, and it's not
yeah.
exactly friendly, and it just makes
No.
you go home feeling sick after.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, and you're drained and you question what you're doing in life and
Yeah,
yeah, like who needs that? Like go with your heart, right? Go with
exactly.
what's in your heart. You got to love what you do.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I want to be a good human. I want to have a good heart and I want to pass that on. So that's what I put in everything I do. There's no like, aggression towards anyone else, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have a market coming up?
Yeah, we are going to be staying in town for the majority till Christmas. So we have one right here in town at the Bow Valley Garden Center in Canmore. Probably one of my favorite little markets because you're in a garden center, you're in a
Yeah, nice.
greenhouse, and
That's
you have the
sweet.
yeah, you got all the snowy mountains around you, full
Yeah.
360 view. You got all
Oh,
the beautiful plants, and then there's a wonderful little sushi restaurant that has the best matcha ice cream. So I'll definitely
oh,
be grabbing some of
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, those are the best. There's I forget the name of it now because it goes back 20 years, but in Calgary there was one on a ranch, a
Mm.
Christmas market, and you go in there and it's like all you see is decked out Christmas trees. Like it's like walking
Oh,
through this village of winter wonderland,
yeah.
like so it's like being in that environment, like even you for your Christmas for the nursery and the surrounded by the mountains and snow on the mountains and that whole vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
It
great.
makes a difference when the venue is really nice too, because then it just makes everything really smooth and you also feel energized too. So
Yeah. So what's your first one in 2026 for those to look forward to in the new year if they can't make a Christmas market?
Yeah, so for us, I think we're still waiting back on some confirmations,
Okay.
but we're looking to be part of the Canmore every Thursday yet again.
Oh, good.
So running right from the beginning of spring all the way into fall, and then hopefully we're gonna get into Invermere just the same. So
Oh,
we'll keep,
good.
yeah, so we'll keep posted on our website, and we'll be posting on our Instagram what events are to come, and you can even RSVP to some of those events.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll
So
just keep it posted.
you go into the Kootenays?
Yeah, yeah, this year
Oh,
we
yeah.
spent some time in Invermere, and it was so beautiful. Like I really loved the community out there.
Yeah.
And a really nice drive too. I think this or next year we want to do Radium and Fairmont Hot Springs as well. So that's kind of on our radar
Nice.
to add to that cluster. So,
Yeah. I love radium.
yes.
I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, it's whether it's the energy or just I don't know, it's so green. Like
And it's
in the
got a
summer.
charm. It's got a charm
Yes.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. And it just I don't know, it just draws me there. Like going from Alberta to British Columbia, I would as soon cut off and go down through Radium and then up to Golden, then going across the
Mm,
Kicking Horse Pass,
yep.
and take that extra time. My
Yep.
family think I'm off the wall, but it's just like I, the scenery is so much better.
I agree. And like my husband and I, we love road trips. So it's like, oh, you want to take a detour? It's like, do we have time? Oh, yes, yes, we have
Oh,
time. Keep
good.
going. Like,
Aw, that's wonderful. Well, Sarah, it's been wonderful chatting with you. Congratulations on all your success with your business.
thank you
We
very
look
much.
forward to having you back. I'd love to talk to you more
Yes.
and see how your 2026 season is going and talk about the new products that you're bringing in. And we'd love to do that. So if you're into it, we'd love to have you back.
Oh, I would love to be back, and it's been a pleasure for you inviting me here. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, you have a lovely day.
Yes, you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support. Nirvana 101, Trinity Empowerment Center, Red Haven Healing, Summers Light Markets and Events, Fernbury Collective, Ram Tough Property Maintenance, Lynette Waltham Energy, Your Waves Radiant Energy Empowerment Clinic, Brandy Music Publishing Canada, Wildcat Hills Records Canada, Divine Guidance Personal Empowerment with Dale and Jean Hogue, Soul Sanctuary Lounge Krylo Crystal Creations, Bonnie Cypriot Psychic Medium and Author, Burke Virtual Assistant Agency and Transformational Retreats in Cypress Hills, Saskatchewan. Your contributions help us bring meaningful conversations, inspiring stories and soulful perspectives to our community. We are extremely grateful and look forward to a wonderful Season 3.